I want to go over real quick the discussion boards. So there are two different ways that you can get to a discussion board, but the way I recommend it would be go to the unit in which the discussion board is located. So if I click on unit, we've gone over this already if you've watched the video about just going over units. This is all the this is everything that has to do with unit 1, including the deadlines, but if you scroll down, you're going to see two different types of discussion boards. The first type is an open question. This is where you can ask questions about anything in the course, and usually people will ask questions about a problem. Maybe they just can't figure out how to set it up or start it. Your goal is to ask questions and answer them throughout the semester as part of your grade, and that's part of the syllabus. So that's one discussion board. The other kind of discussion board is the big one, the one that you're going to be using the most often, which is like a directed discussion board where I've given you certain prompts. Now, I went over this in the syllabus video a little bit, but let's go into depth about this. So let's go ahead and look at what we see. Right now, we see Unit 1 discussion form directed, and this says click on the words to the unit discussion forum to see expectations and requirements, and we'll click on that in a second. But what I want to tell you is in Unit 1 you're going to have an open discussion board, which is where you will be able to see each other's posts, but then after that all the other units you will not be able to see anybody's post until you actually post, and then I unmoderate it as the deadline approaches. So the deadline approaches, it passes, I unmoderate it, and now you can actually see people's posts. So this is a little description of that. And then here are the current people in the class. If I make this video today, more people could register, so if you don't see your name on here, you'll see it if you added later. But for example, Ashley, her initial posts are in everyone and all the even posts, so those is where she'll post initially. And then when the peer review is ready to go, Ashley will respond in the odd posts. And obviously you need to have 15 total posts because you need to be in everyone, and then you'll need to have 14 posts together, so you have 15. So it's very important that you pay attention to this because this is what's going to tell you what you need to do for the initial posts. So again, to be very specific here, I actually gave you the numbers in which you're supposed to respond and post. Otherwise, I'll just say even and odd for the rest of the semester. So let's say we want to go ahead and participate in the discussion board. Well, here it is. Right now they're out of order. I have yet to figure out how to change that. Maybe you'll see something different. Maybe you'll see them in order. But let's say you're going to go ahead and you are going to participate in, let's pick one with a problem. So let's say you had to post in thread 8. So if I look at thread 8, so I'm an even initial poster. I'm going to say, okay, so that's chapter 1, problem set A, number 7. It's called the race. It says give your solution to chapter 1, problem 7, set A, number 7 race. Make sure you include your diagram. See the unit 1 discussion form rubric for further expectations. So what I want to say is that you're going to see that throughout the course, and one confusing thing is where are the discussion board rubrics? Well, one way you can get to them is you're gonna see discussion board rubrics right here, and I'll actually just have them sitting there. They're just not up right this second, but you can always get to them by going back and clicking on grading information. Okay, so that's right at when you open up the discussion board and you see all the threads, it says grading information. So you'll pull it up. And then, so let's say this is me, I'm the student, right? You should see something like this, and then there is the rubric. Okay, so it's kind of big. You can expand it any way you want. You can do grid view or list view, and then you can say I want to see exactly what I'm supposed to do. So let's say I'm doing grid view and I'm looking at this and I'm in thread 8. So let's read about what happens in threads 5 through 8. Remember, I'm even numbers, so in threads 5 through 8, I'd post in 6 and 8. It says post in your required post for 5 through 8 that demonstrated clear understanding of the draw diagram strategy. Posted in your required post for threads 5 through 8 that demonstrate some understanding of the draw diagram strategy. Your required posts in 5 through 8 are not complete or greatly lacking, and has no post in 5 through 8 that demonstrate any understanding of draw the diagram strategy. That's just an example of how to read the rubric. So if you want to get the proficient in this particular rubric, then you need to post in your required post, and that's your required initial post, right? You're going to post in your required initial post, and then you're going to say, okay, well, I need to make sure I demonstrated clear understanding. So if I don't have a diagram, let's say I didn't even take a picture of my diagram, then I'm going to have to give you a lower grade because I don't see a diagram. So you're going to definitely need to learn how to post pictures inside the discussion forum properly. As you can see, if you scroll down, you'll see that technology is one of them, and you have to be able to post an image properly. And that's another video I'll show you. So anyway, that's how you see the rubric. Get out of the rubric. Again, you can rewind this video to see it, but if you're in the discussion board, it's right at the top. Later on, you'll see discussion board rubrics to try to make it even easier on you. Let's say that you needed to post in everyone participates. So in this particular case, this is the introduction to the very first post you're really supposed to do. Welcome to Mathematical Modeling and Problem Solving for Teachers. This read is introduce yourself. So here are the things that you need to do to introduce yourself. If this is not what it says in your, I may have changed it, but this video is just supposed to be a general thing, so I'm not going to read all this. I might actually change that. So that's how you navigate the discussion boards in terms of how to access the discussion board and how to post in the discussion board. Again, go to Unit 1, for example. Scroll down. You have two options. This is the big one. This is the one you have to participate in. The open discussion board is just if you have a question or you have an answer or you want to answer somebody's question. I'm going to show this to you one time right now before I forget, and I'm going to try to show it to you in every single video I have. The forum for open questions for Unit 1, you have to just subscribe to that forum. Otherwise, you won't know if anybody's posted in that, and I can't actually go into your account and subscribe for you. So it'll be like the #1 thing I will show you how to do in some of the other videos I do, but I'll just keep reminding you that in order to see if anybody's posted in these discussion forums, you have to subscribe to them. So that's the gist of discussion boards, how to access them, how to find the rubric, and so on and so forth.